Wait there. What's over there? What?
Morning, Mosey. Mosey. You've lived in Moonshine Valley for quite some time, haven't you?
Oh, yes. My God.
You wouldn't happen to know who's been making the moonshine up around these parts, would you?
Yeah, I knows, but that's gonna cost you.
Now tell me, who's been making that moonshine?
It's the same people. What makes the sunshine? Good morning, Mrs. Collier.
Good morning, Mosey.
Mrs. Collier, you can't spare a cup of tea, can you?
Yes, come on in.
Oh, my. My hands is dirty. I'm getting dirt all over your nice
Don't worry about it, Mosey. Mosey. That's okay, don't worry about it. Listen, what's the latest news?
Oh, did you hear about the big spider they caught down Boss Wallace last week? The fishermen down there got a 16-foot spider. Great big black, all covered with hair running around the wharf. And the fishermen went and they got their nets and they surrounded the spider and they threw their nets over the spider and they got him. And then they put him in a big cage and then they said, okay, the big spider's in the cage, we can go home and have our supper. So they had their supper and they came back, and when they looked, the cage was empty and the spider was gone. And nobody's seen that spider since.
You want some breakfast?
Oh, yes, Mrs. Collier. My God.
And how would you like your egg done?
Oh, with another one, I suppose.
Hey, Mosey Burns.
What do you want?
You got any kerosene? I can smell you from all the way over here. What kind of smelly animal did you spend the night with last night?
Can't keep your mouth shut, can you?
Oh.
I haven't got any kerosene. It's up at me shack. I'll get it for you later. Kerosene hat. I know it's in here somewhere. What did I do with that? I know it's somewhere.
He's gonna get you.
Get who? You got to do something about them boys. They keep coming back to my section, throwing rocks at it today. They put a big rock right.
Calm down and start over.
Them boys been throwing rocks at my house. They're doing damage, and I know they're trying to get in there. They want to steal all my stuff.
Nothing I can do for you unless they're destroying private property.
As long as I'm alive, your money is safe here.
Thank you, Reverend.
How have you been, Mose? Have you been looking after yourself?
Long as I has me cod liver oil and me Tums, I'll be fine.
Have you been eating?
It's been harder since the Gabriels and the communes moved on. Them folks did right by me for a long time.
You know, you can come to me if things get too hard.
I had a vision, Reverend, of a minister in all white robes. He was pointing east. Everything was pointing east. His face, his robes.
My daughter works down at the bank, and she told me that Mosey has a bank account that's been growing over the years, and he hasn't once made a withdrawal.
Not true. Why on earth would someone live like that if they had money?
Well, she also told me that the Reverend has helped him file for his old age pension. Poor Skipper. Probably can't even write. Such a shame.
Whoa, sir. I can't let you on this train. We have a strict policy on customer hygiene.
Oh, why? I got a ticket.
You'll disturb the other passengers. I can't let you on. I'm sorry.
Well, I could ride in the boxcar.
It's reserved for pets and luggage. I'm sorry. Look, sir, it's my first day. I might get in trouble if I let you on. I'm sorry.
It's an awfully hot day to be wearing that much clothes.
Well, it keeps the cold out, but it keeps the hot out too.
Is he gonna get your milkshake?
Oh, yes, my ducky, I'd love that, thank you.
Waiter, milkshake, please. You're Mosey Murrin, aren't you?
Yes, that's right, but you're so sweet you can call me Mose.
You got any stories?
Well, did you hear about the man and the little boy that went in the barber shop? See, the man asked the barber, he said, how about a haircut for me and the little fella? And the barber says, okay, who's first? And the man says, I'll go first. So the man gets in the chair and the barber starts cutting his hair with his scissors. And while he's doing that, this Mountie walks in, right? So they finishes cutting the man's hair, and the man gets up and he brushes himself off and he walks out the door. And so the barber gets the little boy up in the chair and he starts cutting his hair. And the Mountie goes, excuse me, barber, but that man walked out the door there without paying. And the barber said, well, that's all right, because he's got to come back and get his son. And just then, the little fella pipes up, he goes, that wasn't my father. He just met me outside and asked me how would I like a free haircut.
Come on now, Mosey. You can't be in here bothering people.
It's okay, he wasn't bothering me.
Bill, loitering in a public business is against the law. Come on, out you go.
Yes, sir.
Here's old Mose now.
He looks a little old to me to be living on the street.
Oh, he can manage. Can I ask a favor? Well, I've been looking after Mose's affairs now for a long time. And I think someone should look after him after I'm gone.
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you.
Pardon me, Reverend. Sir?
Father?
How are you today, Mose?
I'm pretty right on for a lefty. Another deposit.
Oh, I have something for you. A gift.
Thank you, Reverend.
You're welcome, Mose.
My God. Look at that Corinthian leather.
Not much between you and a fool, is there, Mose?
There's a fence.
Don't you think you want to get off the streets and into a home?
No! Why would I want to do that? My God.
You're not young anymore, Mose. When's the last time you saw a doctor?
That's sick.
There are places you can go, Mose. People will take care of you. Warm bed, warm meals. Wouldn't you like that?
I got all that now. Enough of this foolishness. Where's Petley?
I'm sorry, Mr. Murrin. Reverend Petley has passed on. Is there something I can do to help you?
He's passed on? What do you mean he's passed on? When is he coming back?
Mr. Murrin, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about me money. He's been taking care of me money for me.
Mr. Murrin.
Money. Do you have it?
Mr. Murrin.
That money. That's my whole life is there.
Mosey, please! Mr. Murrin, don't you think it's time we thought about getting you some help?
Some help? Some help? You're supposed to be my help! Petley's supposed to be my help! What's the matter? What is my money? I hate you! I hate this place! I'm never coming back here! You can go to hell!
Mosey! Mosey!
What do you want?
Reverend Russell called. He's worried about you. He said something about missing money. What's that all about?
It's not about money. Reverend Petley was a good man, and I never got to say goodbye.
Mr. Murrin?
Mose, it's Jesso. I'm here with Veronica Smiley from Social Services.
Mr. Murrin, may we come in? Mr. Murrin, we need to talk to you about getting you some help.
I don't need any help.
You're not well. You're here all by yourself. You have no one to take care of you.
I don't need anyone to take care of me. I'm not sick.
There are places where we can take you, where you'd be more comfortable. It's what's best.
Tell me what's best for me. I've been living here like this for over 60 years.
Well, if you won't come willingly, we'll have to take further action.
God damn it, Mose! What you want and what you need are two separate things. Mose, I don't want to come up here one day and find you dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Murrin, but this court, in all good conscience, cannot allow you to continue to live this way. I have reached my verdict. You will be transferred to a center in Conception Bay South. You have 24 hours to collect your personal effects.